Well, we've played them a lot here in these tournaments over the years, and they're going to throw a pitcher at us that shut us out 1-0 in the third game of the series at Seton Hall. And he's a strike thrower. He's a senior. He knows how to pitch. And hopefully we'll have some adjustments that we need to make that we can do here in the next couple of days in preparation for them. But Seton Hall always puts a lot of pressure on you from a defensive standpoint because they like to run the bases. They stole 69 bases last year. Last year they stole 180. So this year they're at 69. So it's not quite as offensive on the bases as they have been, but they still are. And you know, they're going to come in with a chip on their shoulders because they're the 4th seed. They really have nothing to lose, and they know that they have a guy that can match up against us in the first round. There's going to be some excellent pitching in this tournament. So I don't anticipate there being a lot of runs scored. So it's going to come down to the execution, but I think it'll be a very close game. It's probably going to come down to the last inning or two, who makes the fewest mistakes. So, but I anticipate a well-played game on Thursday night.
You might stand there watching that.
How rare is that to have team first throughout the whole team?
It's very rare, I think. It's even more rare each year that goes by. You got to understand where these young people are coming from. They're coming from travel baseball teams where it's all about them. It's all about them putting up numbers to try to get seen by Division I or Division II coaches or whatever. And then all of a sudden they come here and we say, hey, you got to put all that behind you. And when you're walking the doors of the building, it's all about the team. And so it is hard for them to understand that. And that's the beauty of fall baseball. We get a chance to incorporate that, to develop that culture in the fall. But very rare, I think, to have that kind of a group. And these guys have done a really good job. It's been a good group to be around. One of the reasons is it's an unselfish group.
You've been in this position before, I think, coming into this week, knowing that it's over if you don't take care of business. How do you approach a week like this?
Well, you know, first of all, we want to prepare well. I think we're in better shape than we've ever been, mainly because our bullpen is fresher. Our starting pitchers have done a better job in getting to the 8th and 9th innings of a lot of games. At this time, the last several years, I thought our bullpen was really on fumes. I was concerned about how they were going to pitch. And partially because some of the rainouts we've had, some of our starting pitchers, like Keith Regala, for example, has missed 3 weekend starts, so he should be fresher. And then Dave Gerber and Ethan DeCaster have not been in a lot of ball games the last 2 weeks. So I just told the team today I got a good feeling about this weekend. Everybody's concerned about their pitching and how tired their pitching staffs are. And I think we're in the best shape we've been in the last 4 years.
If somebody would have told you after the start you had
just sitting around, didn't know what to expect, and we got to the airport. A couple guys pulled the game up on their phones, rocking around, and just kind of tentative. You know, didn't know what was going to happen, but it worked out in the end. We got a break, and you know, it was a lot of fun.
I was pretty funny watching, like, if we were just randomly at the airport, seeing like this group of Creighton guys huddled around 2 or 3 phones. Yeah.
So my phone was behind by about a minute. So I was sitting in the very corner of the food court hiding from everybody because I didn't want to watch it with everybody else because they had been screaming and I've been like, oh, what's happening? So at that last out, I was walking around the corner and I just hear a big scream, a bunch of people jumping up and down, and I can only see our gate at this point. Now, everybody in the gate just turns around, looks over, and sees everybody just jumping around and jumping on each other's shoulders. But yeah, it was a pretty interesting experience.
where this team was back in February, early March, and where it is now. What does that say about this team?
You know, we've been able to handle adversity very well. You know, and a lot of teams, stuff that start would kind of shut it down and look for next year, but we came together, turned it around, and it speaks a lot to our coaches and a lot of the freshmen that never experienced anything. They didn't know what college ball would feel like. They didn't know if it was supposed to feel like that or if we were ever going to win a game. But you know, they pulled it together and worked out in the end.
How do you avoid not putting so much pressure on yourself, knowing what's at stake, knowing you're the top, knowing you're at home? How do you just forget about all that and just play your baseball?
You know, it speaks on what we did earlier in the year. We came out here in 111. You know, at that point we were putting too much pressure on ourselves at the plate, on the mound, in the field. So I think we've learned to control ourselves, and we've been through a lot of different experiences on the field and off the field with this team. So I think we're pretty confident going in, and we're just ready to go out there and give it a shot.